You know, one thing about Jim Bibby, he was always involved in something interesting. In a trade in the mid 1970s, he was sent from the Mets to the Cardinals in a deal that a lot of people felt helped the Mets capture the National League pennant in 1973. Now, he eventually made it to the big leagues with the Cardinals, but came to major success with the Rangers in 73 when he pitched a no-hitter against the world champions. So we're talking about the short but illustrious career Jim Bibby, who won a World Series title with Pittsburgh in 69 and was always doing something interesting. Now, born James Blair Bibby in Franklinton, North Carolina, the right-hander had a 12-year baseball career from 72 to 74 with the Cardinals, Rangers, Indians, and Pirates. Again, he was part of the We Are Family title winners in 79. In 73, he pitched a no-hitter against the defending world champions Oakland Athletics. Also in 81, as a member of Pirates, he missed out on a perfect game by just one hit, allowing a leadoff single before retiring the next 27 batters he faced. Now, Bibby attended Fayetteville State University on a basketball scholarship and also pitched for the varsity baseball squad. His pro career began when he was signed by the Mets as an undrafted free agent after his junior year on July 1965. With Fayetteville State having discontinued his baseball program in the late 70s, he was the only player of the university to reach the major leagues. Now, after appearing at 13 games and posting a 2-3 record with an outrageous 11.25 ERA with the Marion Mets at 65, he spent the next 2 years on active duty with the United States Army as a truck driver in Vietnam. On his return to baseball, he moved up the organization's minor league system, first with the prestigious Raleigh-Durham Mets in 68, before splitting time with the Memphis Blues and Tidewater Tides in 69. His program was interrupted again in 1970 when a back injury, which required a spinal fusion of his first and second vertebrae, sidelined for the entire season, and it put his career in doubt. He was almost paralyzed by the ailment. He did rebound in 71 by having the best campaign in the minors, his best campaign in the minors, as he led all Tides pitchers with an outstanding 15-6 mark. Now, Bibby never got to pitch for New York because he's part of an 8-player blockbuster transaction on October 1871 when he, Art Shamsky, Rich Folkers, and Charlie Hudson were sent to St. Louis for Chuck Taylor, Chip Coulter, and two players who would help the Mets capture the pennant. In 73, Jim Beauchamp and Harry Parker. He earned a promotion to Cardinals late in 72 as the Tulsa Oilers top earlier at 13-9 with 3.09 ERA, 13 complete games, and 208 Ks. He made his major league debut at the late age of 27 at the start in the second game of a Labor Day doubleheader at Bush Memorial Stadium on September 4th. Despite surrendering 4 runs in 6 of the third innings, he picked up the win in an 8-7 triumph over the Expos. He made 5 more starts to finish the season, but lost 3 of them. Now, after beginning 73 at 0-2 with a 9.56 ERA, he was required by Texas on June 6, 73, in exchange for Mike Nagy and John Wockenfuss. The trade was made at the urging of Werner Herzog, who prior to becoming the Rangers manager, was the Mets director of player development. Herzog explained, Bibby throws harder than anybody in the league except Nolan Ryan when he's on the top of his game. He then had a period of wildness that really hurt him. On July 30th, Bibby showed that skill by no-hitting the defending and eventual repeat world champion A's 6-0 on the road. It was the first no-hitter in franchise history. Despite issuing 6 walks and relying almost exclusively on his fastball, he still registered 13 strikeouts and outdueled Vida Blue, himself a no-hit pitcher in 70. After he fanned the ninth inning, Oakland's Reggie Jackson commented on a strike 3 pitch. That's the fastest ball I ever saw. Actually, I didn't see it, I just heard it. Bibby, who made $15,000 that year, earned a $5,000 raise from team owner Bob Short as a result of the achievement. Now, on a ball club that finished with the worst record in majors at 57-105, they fired Herzog with 24 games remaining in the campaign. Bibby was the star of the pitching staff that year, despite a 9-10 record. When the Billy Martin managed Rangers became the surprise team of 74 by going 84-76 and vaulting into second place in the American League West Division, Bibby at 19-19 and newly acquired Ferguson Jenkins at 25-12 each made a club record 41 starts to anchor the pitching staff. The 19 losses, however, are also a club record, but Martin would pitch his pitchers to death. Now, Bibby's inconsistency with his control plagued him again early in 1975 when he went 2-6 with a 5 ERA. He was then traded along with Jackie Brown, Rick Waits, and $100,000 to Cleveland for future Hall of Famer Gaylord Perry on June 13, 1975. The deal was actually a result of a feud between Perry and Indians manager Frank Robinson. Bibby compiled a 30-29 record with a 3.36 ERA in his 2.5 years in Cleveland. Most importantly, with the help of pitching coach Harvey Haddix, him of the 12-inning perfect game, he worked on improving his delivery to home plate and also added the curveball, slider, and changeup to his repertoire. Now, during spring training on March 6, 1978, an arbitrator ruled that Bibby be declared a free agent. The reason was indicative of the financially strapped and inept Indians management at the time. Bibby's 1977 contract included a $10,000 bonus if he made at least 30 starts. He started exactly 30 of the 37 contests in which he appeared, but the Indians failed to make the payment by the deadline stated in terms of the contract, and the rest is Pittsburgh Pirates history. Now, when Bibby signed with Pittsburgh on March 15, 1978, he was originally expected to be new closer, replacing Goose Gossage, who had left for the Yankees in the offseason. Instead, he became a starter in a 5-man rotation and had the most productive years with the Pirates, going 50-32 with a 3.53 ERA in 5 seasons. His only postseason experience was when he helped the Pirates capture the 1979 World Series. Despite not getting a decision at any of his 3 starts, he pitched effectively with a 2.08 ERA and 15 Ks in 17 1/3 innings. In a 3-2 victory over the Reds in Game 2 of the NLCS at Riverfront, he pitched 7 innings and left the game with a 2-1 lead. Bibby went 6 1/3 innings and departed the Game 4 of the Fall Classics, up 6-3 in a 9-6 loss to the Orioles at Three Rivers. When the Pirates clinched the series with a 4-1 game win in Game 7 at Memorial Stadium, he only went 4 innings, with his only mistake being Rich Dower's home run to lead off the Orioles' third. Now, Bibby's best year in the majors was 1980, when he made the All-Star team with a 19-6 record and a league-best 760 win-loss percentage. He also made his only appearance in the All-Star game that season at Dodger Stadium on July 8. The video can be seen on YouTube. Now, Bibby entered the game in relief of Jerry Royce and pitched a scoreless 7th inning. After Robert Young flied out to right field, he surrendered a single to center to Willie Randolph, who was retired when Cecil Cooper grounded to the shortstop for a double play. Now, on May 18, 1981, Bibby began his start against the Braves by allowing a leadoff single at the right with Terry Harper. From that point on, Bibby hurled the equivalent of a perfect game, but actually a one-hit game, by retiring the next 27 batters in a 5-0 blank. Bibby also excelled at the plate that night by hitting a pair of doubles to center off Phil Niekro in the 5th, to left off Rick Mailer in the 6th, driving in a run and scoring another. Now, after missing all of 82 with a shoulder injury, he spent one more season with the Pirates as a spot starter long reliever. He was granted free agency on November 7, 1983. Now, Bibby returned to the Rangers on February 7, 1984, but lasted only 2 months in the regular season. He's pitched in 8 games out of the bullpen without a decision. His final Major League appearance was in a 5-4 loss to the White Sox at Arlington Stadium on May 26, 1984. After replacing Dave Tobick to start the ninth, he allowed a single to Joel Skinner, a double to Rudy Law, and an intentional walk to Jerry Harrison Sr. to load the bases with 1 out. Bibby managed to not surrender any runs by getting a grounder from Mike Squires and a flyout from Greg Walker. He was eventually released on June 1st. Picked up by St. Louis again on June 9th, he only appeared in 2 contests without a decision for the Louisville Redbirds, the Cardinals' AAA farm team at the time. His career as an active player came to an end when he was released on Canada Day, July 1st. Now, Bibby eventually earned his bachelor's degree in health and physical education from Lynchburg College in 1980. His first coaching job was with the Durham Bulls immediately after the conclusion of his playing career in 1984. He was the pitching coach for the Carolina League's Lynchburg, Virginia ball club from 1985 to 1999. He served the franchise beginning when it was affiliated with the Mets and through parent club name changes in 1988, the Red Sox, in 1995, Pirates, Hellcats. Bibby was eventually honored by the Hellcats in 2002 when his uniform number was the first one retired in the city's baseball history. Now, he spent the 2000 minor league season in the same capacity with the Nashville Sounds, but retired from coaching as his contract was not renewed. Now, Bibby was the older brother of former NBA players Henry Bibby and then also the uncle of Mike Bibby. He was married to Jacqueline Ann Jordan Bibby, and they had 2 daughters, Tamara and Tanya, of Washington and Charlotte, respectively. He unfortunately died in Central Lynchburg General Hospital on February 16, 2010, due to bone cancer. Now, what Bibby stood out for me, I'm a big fan of the NL East players. And when he came into Pittsburgh, it was a nice time because he was a very, very what do you call a determined player. He had he had a fast ball comparable to the 95 throwers in modern day, but he had to what he called hold up. He a big man too, 6'5", 235, 111, 101 overall record, 3.76 RRA, 239 starts with 8 saves. So the big season, of course, 74, 19 and 19, 76 with Cleveland, 13 and 7, 77, 12 and 13, Pittsburgh 12 and 4 in their championship year. He had strong stats across the board with only 2.81 ERA, but that All-Star in 1980 was tremendous. Now Pittsburgh 50 wins, Texas 30 wins, Cleveland 30 wins, and with Pittsburgh a number of saves, and he was in short relief or in long relief for a while. So the postseason stats pretty well straightforward. He played 3 postseason games, starting all 3. The 2 against Baltimore in the World Series, going 10 innings, 2.61 ERA, and he pitched in 7 innings in that key game against Cincinnati in the NLCS. And not too bad of a batter, too. He had a career average of 148. 79 with Pittsburgh. He batted 178 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs with 8 hits and 45 at-bats. So he could get a hit here and there. And ladies and gentlemen, the postseason batting, too, he had 4 at-bats in 79 in the World Series, which can say gives him a distinction of one of the last non-designated hitter years. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jim is missed by his colleagues, family, and friends. To basically be at the age of 27 and making the major leagues and give so much as a coach through the years was tremendous. 65 is still a young life, and passing away in Lynchburg, I mean, Virginia, he was a legend there, but he's again, number 22 and number 26 will always be remembered by many people. And as me, a big fan of the AL East, I do miss him because we used to call him the big guy back in the day, and I think that's the best tribute. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of the great Jim Bibby, one of the family of 79 that got them there and kept them there for a season and a half. The Dave Parker Pirates, quite a motivation to us in New Brunswick. If you like what you're doing here with our Vintage Baseball podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.